Welcome back. Today we're focusing on bullous pemphigoid. What exactly is bullous pemphigoid?
So bullous pemphigoid, it's an autoimmune condition, affects the skin. The main thing you see are these large blisters filled with fluid. And importantly, they're typically not fragile. They tend to be quite tense, quite firm.
Okay, tense and firm. That's a key difference. So symptom-wise, what are the absolute must-know signs for providers, especially early on?
Well, the really striking thing, often the first thing, is intense itching. And this itching, it can start weeks, sometimes even months before you actually see any blisters.
Weeks or months, wow, just itching.
Exactly, just itching. It's a really critical clue, easy to overlook if you're not thinking about BP. Then, when the blisters do show up, they're large, tense, like I said. You might also see a rash, and patients often complain about just general skin pain, too.
That long lead time with the itching, that's a huge flag, something to really keep in mind. So when those blisters do appear, where do they usually show up? Any common spots? And are there any maybe less common places we should know about?
Yeah, most often you'll find them in skin folds. Think armpits, the groin area, abdomen, places where skin rubs. But it's worth remembering they can pop up elsewhere. For instance, it's not common, but they can actually form inside the mouth.
Inside the mouth, okay. Good to know it has that range. So what's actually happening? What's the root cause here?
It's fundamentally an immune system problem. The body's own immune system mistakenly attacks proteins in the skin. Specifically, it targets proteins that anchor the top layer of skin, the epidermis, to the layer below, the dermis. This attack causes that separation, and that's what leads to the blister forming underneath the epidermis.
So the immune system attacks the skin's own structure.
Precisely. Now, why the immune system suddenly decides to do this? Well, the exact trigger isn't always clear. It's not fully understood in every case.
Right. But are there any known factors, things that might, kick it off?
Yes, there are some potential triggers we know about. Things providers should ask about. Certain medications, for example, some diuretics, even certain drugs for diabetes have been linked.
Okay. Medications? Anything else?
Yeah, things like light therapy, phototherapy, also radiation treatments, and sometimes other existing medical conditions can play a role. It's always worth checking recent med changes or history.
Very useful for taking a patient history, thanks.
Yeah.
Who typically gets this? Is there a particular group that's more affected?
Yes, definitely. Bullous pemphigoid is most common in older adults. We're talking generally individuals over 60. It can happen younger, but it's much, much more frequent in the elderly.
Over 60. Okay. And what about complications? What are the risks we need to watch out for?
The biggest concern really is infection. Those open blisters are basically an open door for bacteria, especially risky in older patients who might have other health issues.
Infection rate makes sense with broken skin.
And another thing is, after the blisters heal, patients can sometimes be left with changes in their skin color, darker or lighter patches. That can be quite distressing.
Okay, infection and skin color changes. Got it. So thinking about a patient who comes in with blisters, when is it urgent? When should they seek immediate medical help? What are the red flags?
Right. Definitely seek attention for any unexplained blisters, especially if they're large or tense like we described. It's particularly urgent if blisters are affecting the eyes. That needs quick evaluation. Also, any signs of infection, increased redness, warmth, pus, more pain, that's urgent. And blisters that are breaking open and leaking fluid, that increases the infection risk. Go get it checked out.
Eyes, infection signs, leaking fluid, clear red flags. And the big question, can this condition be life-threatening? How serious can it get?
Yes, unfortunately, it can be, especially for older people, particularly those who already have other significant health problems, comorbidities. Complications like widespread infection or just the overall stress of the condition and its treatment on a frail person can make it life-threatening.
So, potentially very serious, particularly in that older comorbid group. Okay, so you now have a solid, practical rundown of bullous pemphigoid, from the basics to the critical points. This knowledge, especially recognizing that early itching, is really valuable in your practice.